So I work as a coach, facilitator, and I also do a lot of writing, and I'm a meditation teacher as well. And the bulk of my work is really around supporting people with their mental, emotional and physical well-being. And I do that predominantly through mindfulness and meditation. And the way that works is that when we're really present to what's happening for us in our life, it gives us the opportunity to make really good choices for ourselves and nourish ourselves in a way that supports our wellness. I think often wellness is limited to nutrition and exercise, but I think there's so many areas of our lives that make up a whole person, whether it's our relationships and having good well-being in our relationships, whether it's our work, being happy in our working life. I think all of those things make up the whole. And so for me, wellness is really about creating balance in all different areas of our life to make sure that we bring a sense of wholeness to the way we live our life. So initially my journey of me started off when I was trying to have a baby, and I went through a really difficult time with infertility, pregnancy loss, and then eventually I was diagnosed with tumours on my ovary. And initially I thought my journey of me was about overcoming that. We've all heard of a person who has shrunk their tumours or defied the odds and gone on to have a baby when they've been diagnosed as infertile. And eventually I became really depleted and my approach wasn't working for me. And I ended up falling into a heap. I fell into a bit of a black hole. And that was at the point when my real journey of me started, because I think in my brokenness, I think, grace and wisdom found a way in. And I made two really important decisions. And the first decision was that I was going to surrender trying to control an outcome, trying to control what happened in my life. And the second really important decision was I decided that I was going to make my life as happy as I could right then and there, and as enriching as I could right then and there, without the need for something external like a child or anything else to make me happy. In the end, my life became so beautiful and so enriching. And even though I faced some really challenging situations that got more and more challenging in a way, I was the happiest I'd ever been. So when my beautiful daughter eventually did come into my life, she was just a very delicious icing on a very beautiful cake. So the things that I'm focusing on at the moment, I have a 15-month-old daughter, and for me a big one is rest. So it's making sure that I organise my life in such a way that I've got the support to carve out that time for rest, and to not just push it aside as something that's unnecessary, but to actually say, no, this is actually my foundation. If I can rest and nourish myself with just relaxing, then that really is going to give me the energy so that my cup's full and I can give to everybody else. I studied with a meditation teacher for over 10 years, Marlise Carroll, and she's now a really good friend of mine. And one of the first things that she said to me was, be prepared to be misunderstood. And it took me a little while to think about what she really meant, but she said it to me a number of times over the years. And being prepared to be misunderstood means just being prepared to live my truth without having to apologise for it, and know that that's okay and that it's valid. And so that statement has really become a mantra throughout my life, because it makes sure that I'm living my life from an authentic place. And so it was very wise words, and definitely inspires me to be truthful and live an authentic life. Often the hardest thing about getting onto a journey of me is feeling validated and that it's okay to do it, and giving ourselves permission to do it. What I would say to that is, when we engage on a journey of me, life seems to take on a miraculous flow, and all of a sudden things start to take ease, and it actually gives you a really strong base and a strong foundation to be able to fulfill all of the roles in your life. So what I would say is, don't feel that it's self-indulgent or narcissistic or anything like that. Know that when you're actually in your centre and you're on your journey of you, you're going to have a much more to give to people around you And not only that, by feeling fulfilled and joyous, which you will on the journey with me, it's going to have a beautiful ripple effect on the people around you as well.